today I really want to focus more so on reading your community and finding something. The emphasis I'm talking about is the same thing as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is to read, right? This is the first command, is to read. Iqra. But we're going to go even further than that, because he told him to read, and he said, I can't, he had to keep pressing him to read. So he wasn't saying, I've told you before, he wasn't saying to literally pick up this book and read it, because it didn't exist like this at that time. He had to read everything around him and get a good understanding of what was going on. More so than a good, but a better understanding of what was going on. Because he already had a pretty good perception. He had a pretty good perception because, well, let me just give you what the Quran said. And this is not saying Prophet Muhammad, but it was talking about Prophet Ibrahim. But we can put the two together in just a moment. So let's continue. And rehearse to them something of Abraham's story. Behold, he said to his father and his people, what worship you? They said, we worship idols, and we remain constant in attendance on them. He said, do they listen to you when you call on them? Or do you good or harm? They said, nay, but we find our fathers doing us what we do. Let me back this up a little bit. It says, do they listen to you when you call on them, or do you good or harm? They said, nay, but we found our fathers doing thus. He said, do ye then see whom ye have been worshiping, ye and your fathers before? For they are enemies to me, and not so the Lord and cherisher of the world, who created me. And it is he who guides me, who gives me food and drink, and when I am ill, it is he who cures me, who will cause me to die, and then to life. So the Allah for a lot of my is spoken true. This is coming from Surah Ashura, and it's ayahs 26 through, this is the 26th Surah, it's ayah 69 through 82. Now, we, just as Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Muhammad, their fathers were doing a heinous act. Right? They were practicing polytheism. And this is something that we know is very contrary to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to being Muslim, is polytheism. So when we look at this idea, we have to understand that it took great courage for these men to say, I'm not going to do like my fathers did. I'm going to do better. Right? And if we apply it to today's life, we can say, I'm not going to be out here wasting time and space like my father was. I'm going to do better. I'm not going to just stop at a third grade education because I have to work, because we have to understand a lot of times that, our fathers and their fathers, they had to work. But we have the ability to continue on in our education. So we should not just say we're going to just stop here, because this is what they do. We shouldn't say that we're going to just, end up inside of the institution as they do. We shouldn't say that we're just going to be out here and spend our time, drinking and soliciting and so on and so forth like they do. Now, let's bring it even closer to home. We can't say that we're going to just sit by in our own community and do nothing like they do. See, the thing is that they chose to be something greater. They chose to be their leader.